I just really finished the Shibuya arc. I watched a lot of it, like half of it, and I kind of stopped midway through. I don't really remember why. I was watching it when it came out weekly, and I was just got busy with a couple of things, and I didn't end up finishing, but I just recently did. And I wanted to take a second and kind of talk about why I think Jujutsu Kaisen kind of sticks out and is successful in its own regard. And I will say this confidently, I do think it's unique, not from a story-driven standpoint, but from what it's doing from an action standpoint within anime. I believe Jujutsu Kaisen would be typically referred to as a shonen jump, just young boy, or whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. Basically, it just caters to young male audiences. So you'll typically have action, a couple of titties. That's why you have sexy Naruto, and adventure, I guess. And you'll cater to that for, I guess, I don't want to weebs themselves, and I'm not a weeb personally, but I can participate in anime and enjoy it without becoming degenerate. And when it comes to Jujutsu Kaisen, it is a shonen at the end of the day. It features a main character with a very, I will not say it's fleshed out power system that he navigates with a storyline that is self-serving. It doesn't particularly, I mean, to some degree it does feel set up, but at the same time, I would say that it's about as good as J.K. Rowling putting Harry Potter on a napkin and then Dumbledore's gay. It's a little bit vague when it comes to what it's doing, and it's nothing groundbreaking. I just talked about JoJo's, so I'll reference it. JoJo's, you will get more of the goofy antics slash interesting concept and story. And Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm going to say this, you get dumb action. It's not a bad thing. I actually appreciate that a lot about Jujutsu Kaisen, simply because it's doing something different that other shonens don't. When Naruto and One Piece love action scenes with a simple, I'm going to throw Dragon Ball in too. I haven't watched Dragon Ball a ton, but I do know that Naruto is hit or miss with its animation, and then One Piece, which I have watched up to 1,000 episodes, is extremely hit or miss on the action till about episode 600. Some people typically say, oh, and then it gets good. And I will say the action greatly increases by then, and then you have fucking Sun God Monkey and whatever, and it just becomes fantastic. But when it comes down to it, Jujutsu Kaisen has consistently had pretty good animation. Other shonens will have the flash that I just barely mentioned, a slice in the on the screen, or even in JoJo's, you just have two dudes saying "muda muda," and I don't remember the other fucking one, and they just punch at each other. Jujutsu Kaisen, on the other hand, takes the martial arts concept and I'd say the large scale battles that span cities, just wreaking havoc. Even reading some of the manga, I do appreciate this to some degree, but you have very much more detailed action sequences in the manga where multiple arms are displayed, sort of to show the speed that they're moving at, instead of it just being oh wham and then there's a punch. So I mean, I don't know if you're understanding specifically what I'm talking about. I'm probably not gonna put up some footage over this. I'm just so freaking busy with life. But I would say that is where Jujutsu Kaisen is distinct from a manga perspective. And then when you translate that to anime, and you get I'd say a pretty good company for the animation portion, you get these large scale Sukuna Jogo fight scenes, or Geto and Itadori, or Itadori and Mahito and Toji. Like, you get all of these different, in my opinion, very well done fights that to some degree can look like, I'd say, Transformers, where it's just visual mush, it can feel like. But then if you slow down, if you pause it, you'll see very quickly, no, that is a literal frame that is telling a direction the person will move, or of the fight. And that's something that I will say Jujutsu Kaisen does fantastically, and I think that that's what makes it truly unique and special. And I mean, Demon Slayer had it a little bit, and I'd say Attack on Titan definitely, I think, really showed that was possible. I'd say especially in season 2. I don't know about 1 though. Just these fast cameras moving with the person, sort of action scenes. Jujutsu Kaisen is just that in the shonen sort of genre. And I'd say that's what kind of makes it distinct and unique, and I'd say that's what gives it worth. Because when I first watched Jujutsu Kaisen, I was not overly impressed. It felt like a stupid show. Premise, first episode, main character swallows a finger. I thought that was stupid. I didn't know why he swallowed a finger. You never really do find out. He was just being stupid. Swallows a finger, super overpowered Gojo shows up, and then Sukuna pulls up, and it's like, it just felt very like, oh, this is gonna be corny, cool action scenes, potentially characters that people are going to lust after, and it might not be anything more than that. And to my surprise, after finishing Shibuya, and I still have to watch Culling Games, I continue to be impressed with the action sequences, and I wouldn't say the storytelling. You can kind of tell when a dude's about to die in Jujutsu Kaisen, which is chill, because it very much will make an emotional build up for it, but I would say more than anything, Jujutsu Kaisen is good at its action. It's not, I would not worry about understanding the whole curses and sorcery techniques in it, because it's not Hunter x Hunter, and I don't even understand Hunter x Hunter. So you think I'm gonna fucking understand Jujutsu Kaisen? No, it's a little bit too deep at that point. Jujutsu Kaisen, you could just have any technique be a technique, and then you just explain a rule set within that technique and how the person will bypass it. So, ready, example of all time, Mahito domain expansion hits. He says, okay, I'm gonna actually manipulate part of it, but make it only 0.2 seconds in order to get a confirmed hit. If you didn't understand what that meant, it's because fundamentally, I think it is bullshit. You're just serving a purpose of moving along the fight in a cool way. I will say, Mahito, when he popped the domain expansion, it was cool. I don't have a problem with it. But I'm not gonna act like it was the most intelligent thing that wasn't just a load of shit shoved up an ass and then gave us a pretty good fight scene. But then again, I mean, I got a buddy. He gets insomnia over this shit. He's just trying to understand the fucking ins and out of why the way that they fight and the Jujutsu sorcery works. And I wouldn't say that it's worth wasting your time on. And I mean, that just is fundamentally my first and sort of maybe only time of talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Maybe I can in the future. Let me know. But I think it's good if you'll take it for what it is. And it's just stupid, fun action. Not action in the way that Venom is. I'd say Venom is a lot more bullshit, but just fun, cool, and interesting, and very well done animations. So, yeah, I would, if you haven't tried it yet, I would give Jujutsu Kaisen a try. I think it's worth it. I am looking forward to watching the Culling Games, see a little bit of that Kill Bill scene. Seems like everybody's been doing that. Fucking Super Mario movie. I should probably fucking talk about that next. But yeah. Let me know if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.